I wish.
In a far-off kingdom.
More than anything.
Lived a fair
More
maiden,
than life.
a sad young
More
lad,
than jewels.
I wish.
and a childless baker.
More than life.
I wish.
With his wife.
More than anything.
More than the moon. The king is giving a festival.
More than life.
I wish.
I wish to go to the festival.
More than riches.
And the
I wish
ball.
my cow would give us some milk.
More than anything.
I wish we had a
Pal,
child.
squeeze, pal.
I wish to go to the
I wish
festival.
you'd give us some milk, Florina, cheese. I wish. You wish to go to the festival?
The Porgal's mother had died.
You Cinderella, the festival? You wish to go to the festival? The festival, the king's
Festival.
And her father had taken to his new wife,
the festival.
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Nevertheless, his son wish to go to the festival and dance before the prince. Ha, 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 ha.
All three were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father in his mother.
I wish,
Well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. You foolish child, what in heaven's name are you doing with a cow inside the house?
Oh, well, a warm environment might be just what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It's a she. How many times must I tell you only she's can give milk? Oh. I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor hungered granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I have emptied a pot of lentils in the ashes for you. If you may retrieve them in 2 hours' time, you may go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or 4 birds in the sky, birds in the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the castles and ponds. And a few of those come little birds down from the eaves and the leaves over fields out of castles and ponds.
And now squeeze.
Ah, 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 quick little birds, flick through the ashes, pick and peck would swiftly fit through the ashes into the pot. Milky White must be taken to market.
Mother, no! He's the best cow.
She has been dry for a week. We have no food nor money and no choice but to sell her while she can still command a price.
But Milky White is my best friend in the whole world.
Look at her! There are bugs on her dugs. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump big enough to be a hump.
But
Son, we've no time to sit and dither while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Sometimes I fear you're touched. Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to though. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house. You're certain of your way? The way is clear, the light is good. I have nor fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sorta hate to ask it, but do you have a basket?
Don't stray and be late.
Save some of those sweets for Granny. Into the woods and down the dell, the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods and who can tell what's waiting on the journey. Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny who is sick in bed. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know she's already dead. But into the woods to grandmother's house and home before dark. Fly birds, back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the... Hurry up and do my hair, Cinderella. Are you really wearing that? Here, I found a little tear, Cinderella. Can't you hide it with a hat?
You look beautiful.
I know. She means me. Put in a twist. Who will be there?
Mother said be good, father said be nice. That was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella. Good, Cinderella. Nice, good, good, nice.
Tighter.
What's the point of being good if everyone is blind and you're always left behind? Never mind, Cinderella. Kind, Cinderella. Nice, good, kind, good, nice.
Not that tight,
Sorry.
Claude.
Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baking accident, well, at least that's what he believed, he was eager to start a family of his own, but was concerned that all efforts until now had failed.
Who might that be?
We've sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door.
We have
no bread.
Of course you have no bread.
What do you wish?
It's not what I wish. It's what you wish. Nothing cooking Inverno, is there?
The old enchantress told the couple that she had placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child, and she developed this unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden, and what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbage, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and fiddleford, and lettuce. He said, all right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in the garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up my rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Turned him into stone, or a dog, or a chair, or a But I let him have the rampion. I'd lots to spare. When in return, however, I said, fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No. But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more about his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I'd been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? You see, when I inherited that garden, my mother warned me that I would be punished if I were to ever lose any of the beans.
Beans?
The special beans! I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I'd watched him crawl back over the wall, then bang! Crash! The lightning flash! Well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, at last the big day came. I laid my claim. Don't take away the baby. They screeched and shrieked, but I did, and I hid it. Well, she'll never be reached. Your father cried. Your mother died. When for extra measure I admit it was a pleasure, I said sorry. I'm still not mollified. So I laid a little spell on him. Boop! You too, son. Boop! That your family tree would always be a barren one. So there's no more fuss and there's no more seeds and my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines, but I'm telling you the same. I tell kings and queens, don't ever, never, ever mess around with my greens. Especially the beans.
Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market.
No!
Take no less than 5 pounds. Are you listening to me?
Yes?
How much you to ask?
No more than 5 pounds, right?
Ow!
Okay, less than 5 pounds.
Jack, 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 head in a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. The mice are getting bolder. The floor's gone slack. Your mother's getting older. Your father's not back. And you can't just sit here dreaming pretty dreams. To wish and wait from day to day will never keep the wolves away. So into the woods, the time is now. We have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow. You must begin the journey. Straight to the wood and don't delay. We have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey's end.
Into the woods to sell a friend.
Someday we'll get you a real pet, Jack.
Really? Like a piggy?
Oh.
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back. 1, the cow is white as milk. 2, the cape as red as blood. 3, the hair as yellow as corn. And 4, the slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight in 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wood!
Ladies, our carriage awaits.
Now may I go to the festival?
The festival? Darling, those nails, darling, those clothes, and lintels are one thing, but darling, with those, you'd make us the fools of the festival and mortify the prince.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone.
Goodbye, Father. I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans.
I wonder if they're the...
Oh, the witch's beans! We'll take them with us.
No, you were not coming.
Well, I know you're fearful of the woods at night.
You were not coming, and that is final. The spell's on my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell's on my house.
on our house. We must lift the spell together. The spell's on our house.
You were not coming, and that is final. Now, what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk. The cape is red as blood. The hair is yellow as corn. The slipper is pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk. The cape
Though
is red
the
as
baker
blood. The hair is yellow as
reluctantly
corn.
set off to meet the enchantress's demands. As for Cinderella,
To wish to go to the festival.
The cow is white as milk. The
But how
cape
am
is
I
red
ever
as
to get
blood.
to the
The hair is
festival?
yellow as
I
corn.
know all this and mothers.
What?
Grace,
The
the prim and the
slipper is
hazel
pure
tree.
as
And
gold.
tell her
The
I
cow,
just
the
wanna
cape,
go to
the slipper is
king's
pure as
festival.
gold.
The
Into the
hair
woods, it's time to go. It may be all in vain, I know.
Into
the woods, but even so, I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight. I know it well, but who can tell? Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to visit Mother.
Into the woods to fetch the things.
To make the
To
potion.
go to the festival.
Into
the woods without regret. The choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get my wish. I don't care how, the time is now.
Into the woods to sell the cow.
To the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the spell.
To make the potion.
Go to the festival. Grandmother's house.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid, there's something in the glade there. Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journeying. Into the woods to see the king, to sell the cow, to make the potion, to see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to lift, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods, and home before dark.
Cinderella had planted a branch at the grave of her mother, and she visited there so often and wept so much that her tears watered it until it had become a handsome tree.
I've been good and I've been kind, Mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, Mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
What, child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor, and good fortune, like bad, may befall when least expected. Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish.
Shiver and quiver, little tree. Silver and gold throw down on me. I'm off to get my wish.
Oh, it's quiet. Silence everywhere, Milky White. Not to my liking.
Hello, Jack!
Oh! How do you know my name?
Oh, when first I appear, I seem mysterious. But, when explained, I am nothing serious.
Say that again?
On your way to market?
Yes.
You might have been there long ago. Taking your time, Jack.
No.
Is that the truth?
You see, we're just resting now.
And how much are you asking for the animal?
No less than 5 pounds.
Oh, now, Jack. Why such a sum?
Well, my mother said
Your
that.
mother? A boy your age? Why, you'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
Oh, don't say that. Oh! Come, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
Oh, and what do you have in your basket there?
Bread and wine to bring to Granny to make her stronger.
And where might your grandmother live?
Oh, just over there up the league. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled.
But so, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. Utter perfection, one brittle, one salto, one moment.
Mother said not to stray, follow the path and never stray.
So, little girl, any path, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging bones. Then something fresh on the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when
not to stray. Still, I suppose a small delay. Granny might like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And hello.
It's harm to come to that little girl in the red cape?
Forget the little girl and get the cape!
You frightened me.
That's the cape! Get it! Get it! Get it!
How am I supposed to get it?
You go up to the little thing and you take it!
I can't just take a cloak from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
If I could, I would, but I can't Oh, my Rapunzel! Listen to her beautiful music. Get me what I need. Get me what I need!
This is ridiculous. I'll never get that red cape or find a golden cow or a yellow slipper. Is it a golden cow and a yellow slipper? Oh no.
Was white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is
What
red.
are you doing here?
You forgot your scarf.
You have no business being alone in the wood, and you have no idea what I've just come upon. You would be frightened for your life. Now go home immediately.
I wish to help.
No! The spell's on my
Our
house.
house.
Only I can lift the spell.
We
The
must
spell's
lift
on
the
my
spell
house.
together.
The spell's on my house.
The cow is white as
Milk! Hello there, young man.
Oh, hello, sir.
What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the forest?
I'm off to market. I've seemed to have lost my way.
What are you planning to do there?
And what are you planning to do there?
Sell my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds? Where am I to get 5 pounds?
She must be generous of milk to fetch 5 pounds.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you can't fetch that sum, then what are you to do?
I hadn't thought about that. I suppose me and Mother wouldn't have any food to eat.
This is the sum total.
Our beans? Well, we can't give up our beans. Well, if you feel we must.
What?
Beans will bring you food, son.
Beans in exchange for my cow? I don't...
Oh, these are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell him.
Magic that defies description.
I don't know. My mother wouldn't want me to do it. How many beans?
6.
5. We can't part with all of them. We have to keep one for ourselves. Besides, I'm sure they're worth £1 each at the very least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly. Good luck there, young lad.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Take the cow and go home.
I was trying to be helpful.
Magic beans! We have no reason to believe that they're magic. Are we going to dispel this curse through deceit?
No one would have given him more for this creature. We did him a favor. At least now they'll have some food.
Oh, 5 beans.
If you know what you want, then you go when you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain or you live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Why you do what you do, that's the point. All the rest of it is chatter.
Look at her, she's crying.
If the thing you do is pure in intent, if it's meant and it's just a little bent, does it matter?
Yes.
No, what matters is that everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size.
What?
Only 3 more tries and we'll have our prize. When the end's in sight, you'll realize if the end is right, it justifies the beans.
Take the cow and go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker continued his search for the cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose his beauty to the outside world, and so shut her within a doorless tower that lay deep within the woods. Anytime the old enchantress paid a visit, she called forth.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. Rapunzel! Rapunzel!
Rapunzel. Rapunzel. What a strange name. Strange but beautiful and fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I will stand beneath her tower and ask her to let down her hair to me.
Hello there, little one.
Hello.
Save some of those sweets for Granny?
I ate all the sweets. And half the loaf of bread.
Where did you get this beautiful red cloak? I so admire it.
Thank you. My granny made it for me.
Is that right? Well, I would just love a cloak like that.
You'd look pretty foolish.
I would. May I take a look at it?
Oh, no, please. I don't like to be without my cape.
I want it badly.
No, please give it back.
No, please.
Forget the little girl and get the cape!
I just wanted to make certain that you really love that cape. Now, go along to Granny's and be certain that no wolf comes along your way.
I'd rather meet a wolf than you any day.
If you know what you need, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? It's a cloak. What's a cloak? It's a joke. It's a stupid little cloak. And a cloak is what you make it. So you take it. Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more.
And so the baker, with newfound determination, went after the red cape. As for the little girl, she was surprised to find her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Oh, how uneasy I feel. It's probably from all the sweets. Good day, grandmother. Oh, grandmother, what big eyes you have.
Oh, that's just the better to see you with, my dear.
But grandmother, what big ears you have.
Oh, that's just the better to hear you with, my dear.
But grandmother, what big hands you have.
Oh, well, that's just the better to hug you with.
But grandmother, what big wet mouth you have.
Oh, that's the better to eat you with! And scarcely had the wolf said this, than with one single bound he was devouring the little girl. Well, it was a full day of eating for both. And with his appetite appeased, the wolf took to bed for a nice, long nap.
My, that grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd. Where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or being eaten! Oh! What's that? In the corner of your mouth? A red... Aha! I will get the cape from within your stomach.
Oh, how dark and dank it was inside that wolf.
Oh, kill the devil! Take that knife and cut his evil head off! I want to see this demon sliced into 1,000 bits! Better yet, let him die a painful, agonizing, hideous death!
Granny!
Quiet, child! This evil must be destroyed!
Well, I will leave you two to your task.
Don't you want the skin?
No, you keep them.
What kind of hunter are you?
I'm a baker.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in, with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bared, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared, and he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we wait in the dark until someone sets us free, and we're brought into the light. We're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not. Here, for saving my family.
Are you certain?
Yes, maybe Granny will make me one with the skins of that wolf.
Thank you! Mwah!
Ugh!
And so the baker, with the second article in hand, feeling braver and more satisfied than he had ever felt, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack...
Mother! No! Mother! Wait, Mother! Ow! 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 Ow!
Little did they know that those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
Are you all right, miss?
Yes, I just need to catch my breath.
What a beautiful gown you're wearing. Were you at the King's Festival?
Yes.
Oh, aren't you the lucky one? Whatever are you doing in the woods at this hour?
You're the worst woods ever. Absolutely.
Sir, how long is this going to take? My feet hurt.
I don't know. Stop asking questions.
Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through here?
I don't think so, sir.
Sir, I think I see her over there.
Oh, I've never lied to royalty before. I've never anything to royalty before.
Thank you.
If a prince were chasing after me, I certainly wouldn't hide.
Well, what brings you here with a cow?
Oh, my husband's somewhere in the woods. He's undoing a spell.
Oh.
Yes. Now the prince. What was he like?
He's a very nice prince.
And
it's a very nice ball.
And
when I entered, they trumpeted.
No, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
Well, he's tall.
Is that all? Did you dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming.
We did nothing but dance.
And
it made a nice change.
No, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
He has charm for a prince, I guess.
Guess?
I don't meet a wide range, and it's all very strange.
Well, are you to return to the festival tomorrow eve?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Oh, to be pursued by a prince. All that pursues me is tomorrow's bread. But I wouldn't give to be in your shoes.
Would you look over there? An enormous vine is growing next to that little cottage.
I mean, Slipper.
It looks like a giant beanstalk rising into the sky.
As pure as gold.
I must get home.
Oh, wait, no, I need your shoe. Oh, no, nothing.
One midnight gone. No knot unties itself.
Sometimes the things you must wish for are not to be touched.
Near may be better to have. Agreed?
Agreed.
No removable.
Open your mouth.
Ah!
Between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
Slotted spoons don't hold much soup.
Prettier the flower, the further from the path.
My God!
The mouth of the wolf's not the end of the world.
Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor.
You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
One minute gone.
Boy,
One minute gone. 1 minute gone.
There are giants in the sky. There are great, big, terrible giants in the sky. When When you're way up high and you look below at the world you left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, where the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you never dare, 'cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast. And you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky. Only just when you made a friend at all, you know she's big but you don't feel small. Someone bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you known and the little you left, and the world you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run. And you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Oh, good fortune. Good fortune. Sir, here are the 5 gold pieces that I promised you.
5 gold pieces?
Yes. Well, my mother made me surrender the rest, but she gave me these 5 gold pieces to do whatever I pleased.
Oh my...
Where is my Milky White?
Milky White is back home with my wife.
Let's go find them!
Well, no, wait. I'm not sure that I wish to sell.
But you said I could have my cow back.
No, I never said you could. I said you might.
Are you saying that you wish more money?
Well, more money is always something
Well, keep
that I
this. Keep this. I'll go get you more money.
No, wait. That's not what I said. Wait, come back. 5 gold pieces. With this money, I could buy baking supplies for a year. I could buy a new chimney, a new thatched roof.
But could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When first I appear, I seem delirious, but when explained, I am nothing serious. Could you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How badly do you wish a child? 5 gold pieces, 10, 20?
Well, never really thought to put a price on that. I mean,
exactly. You've not thought of many things, have you?
Hey! Give me that back! That is not yours!
Nor is it Jack's! But the money is not what's important. What's important is that your wish granted.
Hey! 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 Hey, get back here! I thought you were returning home.
Oh, you're the Red Cape.
Yes, I have the cape. Only 2 items left to locate.
3.
2. I have the cape and the cow.
You've the cape.
What have you done with the cow?
Sorry, she ran away. I've been looking for her all night.
Should have known better than to entrust her with you.
She might have just as easily run from you.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
But she didn't. Oh, we were just about to go do that, but here, I can give you this.
No, don't give me that, you fool. I don't want to touch that. Have you... Oh, my sweet Miss Cole.
Lovely.
She very gifted.
By tomorrow's midnight, deliver the items, or you'll wish you never thought to have a child.
I do not like that woman.
I'm sorry I lost the cow.
I shouldn't have yelled. Please, go home. No, wait. I will make things right, and then we can just go about our life. No more hunting in the woods for strange objects. No more witches or hungry little girls or dim-witted boys. Go.
There you are, good brother. Father and I had wondered where you had gone.
I've been searching all night. For her.
Her.
The beautiful one I danced the evening away with.
Where did she go?
She disappeared. Like a fine morning mist.
She was lovely.
The loveliest.
I would not be so sure of that. I too must confess I found a lovely maiden. She lives here, in the woods.
In the woods?
Yes, at the top of a very tall tower that has no doors or stairs.
Where?
2 leagues from here, due east, just beyond that mossy knoll.
And tell me, good brother, how do you manage to visit?
I simply stand beneath her tower and call out. Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair to me. And she lets down the longest, most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn, which I climb to her.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Why, what kind of a name is that? You jest.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I speak the truth. She's as true as your maiden. A maiden running from a prince. None would run from us.
And yet one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why did she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair, lithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you if there only were doors. Agony! Oh, the torture they teach. What's as intriguing or half so fatiguing as what's out of reach?
Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome and heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why not
do I know?
That girl must be
You know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her agony. Whoa,
Different for each, always 10 steps behind,
10 feet below,
when she's just out of reach. Agony that
princes, each more handsome than the other. Get the hair, get the hair.
Oh, excuse me, young woman. Have you seen a young boy with carrot-top hair and a sunny yet occasionally vague disposition answering to the name of Jack?
Not the one partial to the white cow.
He's the one.
Have you seen the white cow?
No. And I don't care to ever again. Children can be very queer about their animals. You be careful with your children.
I have no children.
Oh, that's okay, too.
Yes. Well, I've not seen your son today.
Hope he hasn't gone up that beanstalk again. Quit while you're ahead. That's what I say.
Moo! 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 Moo!
Looking for your cow?
What? Where did you find her? Hello?
I am here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I'm here to see your wish is granted.
You've caused enough trouble. Keep out of my path.
Oh, there are no witches to encounter here. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me.
Is that you, my prince?
Yes. Oh, excuse me for this.
Ow! Hey, what are you? Ow! Ow!
Well, you do take plenty of spills, don't you, miss?
Hello, it's these slippers. They're not suited for these surroundings. Actually, they're not suited for much dancing either.
I'd say those slippers were as pure as gold.
They're all you could wish for in beauty.
Oh, what I wouldn't give. Oh, for just one.
One isn't likely to do you much good.
Yes, well, was the Princess Ball just as wonderful as last evening?
Oh, it's still a nice ball.
And
they have far too much food.
No, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
If he knew who I really was.
Oh? Who?
I'm afraid I was rude.
Oh, how?
Now I'm being pursued.
Yes,
and I'm not in the mood.
Well, he must have really taken a liking to you.
I have no experiences with princes and castles and gowns.
Nonsense. I mean, every girl dreams about... oh, I need your shoe.
Stop that! Please, I need to tell you. I need to get out of here. No!
Where did she go?
Who?
Don't play the fool, woman.
Oh, you mean the beautiful young maiden in the ball gown? She went, that direction. I was trying to hold her here for you.
I can capture my own damsel, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hurry up! Yes, sir.
Where did he go?
Who?
The prince, of course.
He went that direction, but you'll never catch him.
Wait, what happened? The mongrel with the cow hadn't molested us.
Cow?
Please, let me compare this color without your own.
I thought you were returning home. I had no luck.
Oh, you're the cow.
Except the cow, only 2 of the 4.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
Where did you find this?
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
3!
And they almost had the 4th, but she got away.
We've one entire day left. Surely we can locate the slipper by then.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
Well, I suppose it will take 2 of us to get this child.
You've changed. You're daring. You're different in the woods. More sure, more sharing. You're getting us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew you to be.
It takes 2. I thought 1 was enough. It's not true. It takes 2 of us. You came through. When the journey was rough, it took you. It took 2 of us. It takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, who can tell if you do? It takes 2.
You've changed, you're thriving, you're different in the woods. Not just surviving, you're blossoming in the woods. At home, I'd fear we'd stay the same forever. And then out here, you're passionate, charming, considerate, clever.
It takes 1 to begin, but then once you've begun, it takes 2 of you. It's no fun, but what needs to be done you can do. When there's 2 of you, if I dare, it's because I'm becoming aware of us as a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there.
We've changed, we're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods. Who minds what dangers? I know we'll get past the woods.
And once we're past, let's hope the changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches in slippers and hoods. Just the 2 of us beyond lies, safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just a few of us, it takes trust. It takes just a bit more and we're done. We want 4, we had none, we've got 3. We need 1, it takes 2.
Stop that hen! Stop it! Oh. Huh? Oh, my Milky White! And the owners. Oh, and my hen.
Look at what this hen just laid in my hand.
Oh, a golden egg! I've never seen a golden egg before.
You see, sir, I promised you more than the 5 gold pieces that I gave you.
5 gold pieces?
Come on, Milky. Now I'm taking my cow back.
No, I never said I would sell.
5 gold pieces?
But you said I could have my cow back.
No, I never said you could. I said you might.
You took 5 gold pieces?
I didn't take, you gave.
Now I want my cow back.
Where were the 5 gold pieces?
An old man came and...
You would take money before a child?
No!
Milky White is dead!
2.
Midnight's gone!
Wanting a ball's not wanting a prince.
The ball?
Somebody else's child. The way that you love. Your own.
At the end of the thorniest path,
must go to the village in search of another cow.
And what do you propose I use to purchase this cow?
Here. Tell them it's magic.
Magic. No person with a brain larger than this is going to exchange their cow for a bean.
Then steal it.
Steal it. Just 2 days ago, you were accusing me of exercising deceit and securing the cow.
Fine, then don't steal it and resign yourself to a childless life.
I feel it best you go for the cow. These previous evenings, I've met a young maiden with a golden slipper, and I think I might succeed in securing one.
Fine.
Fine.
That is simply...
Fine!
The witch had discovered her affections for the prince and cleared her away.
What did I clearly say? Children must listen. No! What are you not to do? Children must see and learn. Why did you not obey? Children should listen. What have I been to you? What would you have me be? Handsome like a prince. Ah, but I am old. I am ugly. I embarrass you. Yes, you are ashamed of me. You are ashamed. You don't understand. I was lonely atop that tower. I was not company enough. I am no longer a child. I wish to see the world. Don't you know what's out there in the world? Someone has to shield you from the world. Stay with me. Ah, princes wait there in the world, it's true. Princes, yes, but wolves and humans too. Stay at home. I am home. Who out there can love you more than I? What out there that I cannot supply? Stay with me. Stay with me. The world is dark and wild. Stay a child while you can be a child. With me. Oh, I gave you protection, yet you disobeyed me. No. You lied. Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor? I will not share you, but I will show you a world you have never seen. Ah, ah,
When is a white cow not a white cow?
I don't know. Leave me alone!
No, but haven't I left you alone long enough?
Your questions make no sense, old man. Go away!
In need of another cow?
beautiful cape you have.
Stay away from my cape or I'll slice you in 1,000 bits!
I don't want it. I was just admiring.
Thank you. My granny made it for me. From the skins of a wolf that attacked us.
Really?
And she even let me skin it. And even better, she gave me this knife for protection.
Wow. Well, look what I have. A hen. And it lays golden eggs.
I don't believe that egg came from that hen. Where'd you get that hen?
From the kingdom of the giants. Up there. If you think this is something, you should see the golden harp that the giant has. It plays the most beautiful melodies. You don't even have to touch it.
Of course it does. Why don't you go back up there, get it, and bring it back to me?
Yeah, I could.
You could not.
I could.
You could not, Mr. Liar.
But I am not a liar. I'll get that harp. I'll show you.
And after having cast out Rapunzel to a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. And as he leapt from the tower, the thorns into which he fell pierced his eyes and blinded him.
I can't see. My perfect princely royal blue eyes. I can't see.
As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit from the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He's read pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, it's a thought. What would be his response? But then what if he knew who you are when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, what you don't, though, so which do you pick? Where you're safe out of sight in yourself, or where everything's wrong? Or where everything's right and you'll know that you'll never belong. And whichever you pick, do it quick, 'cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball is exciting and all once you're there, though it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you stall long enough 'cause you're still standing stuck in this stuff on the steps. Better run along home and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoe. Then from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is, which is not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue. For example, a shoe. And then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with a shoe in a stew, in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew. On the steps of the palace. Don't come any closer to me.
Please, just hear me out.
We have nothing to discuss. You have attacked me once before.
I did not attack you. I attacked your shoe. I need it. Here's a magic bean in exchange for it.
Magic bean? Nonsense.
Oh, please don't do that.
I have already lost one shoe this evening. My feet cannot bear to give up another.
I needed to have a child.
That makes no sense.
Well, does it make any sense that you're running from a prince? Here, you can take my shoes. You'll run faster.
Who was that woman?
I do not know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life.
I've done nothing.
I'm the cow.
And I am the slipper. Oh, we have all four.
I will bring this to the prince, and tomorrow we shall search the entire kingdom for the maiden who will fit this shoe.
No, it's mine. I don't care if this costs me my life.
Give her the slipper, and all will come to an end.
What was that noise?
Sir, it is just a bolt of lightning in the far-off kingdom.
How dare you go off in search without me?
My apologies, sir. I thought that I might...
Enough of what you thought. I employed a ruse, and I had the entire staircase smeared with pitch. And then, when she went to leave, remained her slipper.
Brilliant.
I thought so. Although it created quite the mess when the other guests left.
Oh, sir, I have succeeded in obtaining the second slipper. Oh, give them the slipper, and all will come to a happy end. And here are you, old man. When first I appeared, I seemed deleterious, but when shut up.
Do as he says. He is obviously some sort of spirit, and besides, we only need the one.
Yes.
There's a dead giant in my backyard! I heard Jack coming down the beanstalk, calling for his axe. And when he reached the bottom, he took it. And he began hacking down the stump. And suddenly, with a crash, the beanstalk fell. But there was no Jack. For all that I know, he has been crushed by the yoga.
Worrying will do you no good. If he is safe, he is safe. And Wolf is crushed. There isn't anything any of us can do about that now, is there? I must be off. I need rest before the first thing is tomorrow.
Does nobody care that a giant has fallen from the sky?
He is dead, is he not?
With such a thud, I would suppose.
Here. Have you all the objects?
Yes, the slipper, hair.
Cage cow.
That cow does not look white as milk to me.
She is.
This cow has been covered in flour. Oh,
Well, we did have a cow as white as milk. Honestly, we did.
then where is she?
She's dead.
We thought you'd prefer a live cow.
Of course, I prefer a live cow. So bring me the dead cow, and I'll bring her back to life.
You could do that?
No!
There you are! I have been worried sick!
Mother!
Oh,
Oh, Mother, look! The most beautiful harp.
You've stolen too much. You could have been killed! Put it down that big
best friends. A cow and a heart.
Quiet!
Oh.
Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
You heard me. I said feed them to the cow.
Go. Go. Go.
Oh, fill this.
I'll do it. She'll only milk for me. Oh, come on. Squeeze, pal.
Wrong ingredients. You can forget about a child.
Wait, no. We followed your instructions exactly. 1, that cow was as white as milk, correct?
Yes.
And 2, that cape was certainly as red as
Yes.
blood. And 3, the slipper.
Yes.
And 4, I compared the hair to this ear of corn.
I pulled it from a maiden in the tower.
You what? What were you doing there?
Well, I just happened to be passing by.
Don't you see? I touched that hair. I cannot have touched the ingredient.
No!
Corn!
What?
The silky hair of the corn! Take it from the ear and feed it to the cow!
This had better work, old man, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Son?
Please, not now!
That's right. Meet your father.
Mother, could that be you? I thought you died in a baking accident.
Look, I didn't want to run away, but...
Oh, it's working!
I don't understand.
Not now! Into the cup!
We've given you what you wish.
Now, when can we expect a child?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Where are you going? Wait!
Son!
Mother! Mother!
All is repaired!
He's dead.
And so the mysterious man died after having helped end the curse on his house. For the baker, there would be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home. The witch, who had been cursed with age and ugliness the night her beans had been stolen and the lightning flashed, was now returned to her former state of youth and beauty. And Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, was reunited with the now wealthy Jack. As for the prince, he began a search for the foot to fit the golden slipper. When he came to Cinderella's house, Cinderella's stepmother took the slipper into Florinda's room.
Careful, my toe.
Darling, I know.
What will we do?
It'll have to go, but when you're his bride, you can sit and ride. You'll never have to walk.
No.
The girl obeyed, swallowing her pain, and joined the prince on the back of his horse, riding off to become his bride.
Look at the blood within her shoe. This one is not the bride that's true. Search for the foot that fits.
The prince returned the false bride and asked the other sister to put on the shoe.
Why won't it fit?
Charlie, be still. Cut off a bit of the heel and it will. And when you're his wife, you'll have such a life you'll never have to walk.
The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain, but as she was helped on the back of the horse by the prince, he noticed blood trickling on his shoe.
Have you no other daughters?
To which the woman replied,
Only the kitchen wench, which his late wife left behind, but she's far too dirty, she cannot come out.
I insist.
and when Cinderella presented herself and tried on the blood-soaked slipper, it fit like a glove.
I always wanted a son!
And much to the dismay of the stepmother and her daughters, the prince took Cinderella on his horse and rode off.
No blood at all within the shoe. This is the proper bride for you, fit to attend our prince.
And finally, as for Rapunzel, she bore twins and lived impoverished in the desert until one day her prince, wandering aimlessly, heard a voice so familiar he went towards it.
Rapunzel!
And as he approached, Rapunzel, overjoyed by seeing him, fell into his arms weeping. 2 of her tears wetted his eyes, and their touch restored his vision.
You cut your hair. It looks good.
Rapunzel, I was going to come fetch you as soon as you learned your lesson.
Who are you?
Surely you remember.
No.
Mother! This is who I truly am. Come with me, child, and we can be happy as we once were.
She will not go with you.
Let her speak for herself. Huh? But you're the only family I know. Come with me. You and those beautiful babies. You leave me no choice. Ha! Huh? Ha! Huh? Huh? Ah! Ow! Ow! Ow!
As is often the way in tales such as these, in exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her power over others. And when the wedding with the prince was celebrated, Lucinda and Florinda attended, hoping to win favor with Cinderella and share in her good fortune. But as the sisters stood near the blessed couple, pigeons swooped down upon them, poked out their eyes, and punished them with blindness.
I see your princess found you.
Yes.
Thank you for the slipper.
I I didn't think I'd wed a prince.
I didn't think I'd ever find you.
I didn't think I could be so happy.
And it came to pass, all that seemed wrong was now right. The kingdoms were filled with joy, and those who deserved to were certain to live a long and a happy life ever after. Turning over, all is mended, and it's not just for today, but tomorrow, and extended ever after. All the curses have been ended, the reverse is wiped away, all is tenderness and laughter for forever after. There were dangers and confusion as the past would often swerve. There were constant disillusions, but they never lost their nerve. And they reached the right conclusion, and they got what they deserve. Not a sigh and not a sorrow, tenderness and laughter. Joy today, bliss tomorrow, and forever after.
I was greedy, I was vain, I was haughty, I was smug. We were happy, but we were blind. We went into the woods to get our wish, and now we're really blind.
Perfect. I had everything but beauty. I had power and a daughter like a flower in a tower. Then I went into the woods to get my wish, and now I'm ordinary.
We're hardly flower. I'm happy now and happy as well as ever after. Had we used our calmness has been worthy of our discontent to be happy and forever.
Don't be careful, don't be clever, when you see your wish pursued. It's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do. Continue. Once upon a time, later,
I wish
in that same far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
lived a young
more
princess,
than life,
the lad
more
Jack,
than footmen.
and the baker and his family.
No, I miss.
I wish
more than life, more than all.
I wish to sponsor a festival.
More than life, I miss.
The time has come for a festival
More than riches,
and a ball.
I miss the kingdom up in the sky.
More than anything, wish we had more room.
Another room.
But despite some minor inconveniences, they were all quite content.
I never thought I'd wed a prince.
I never thought I'd find perfection.
I never thought I could be so happy. Not in a happy moment since.
I didn't think we'd be this rich.
I never thought we'd have a baby. I never thought I could be so happy.
Happy now, happy hence, happy ever after.
We're so happy, you're so happy. Just as long as you stay happy, we'll stay happy.
Not one row.
Pots of pants.
With my cow.
Darling, I must go
We
now.
should really sell it.
Where's the cheesecloth?
Wishes may bring problems such that you regret them. Better that though than to never get them. I'm going to be a perfect wife. I'm gonna be a perfect mother.
a perfect father.
I can see that he is so happy. I never thought I loved my life. I would settle for another.
Then to become a wife.
Then to be set for love.
Then to beget a child.
Their fortune smiled. I'm so happy.
If only this cottage were a little larger.
I will expand our quarters in due time.
Why expand when we can simply just move to another
No,
cottage?
we will not move. This is my father's house. Now it will be my son's.
You would raise your son alongside a witch?
Why does he always cry when I hold him?
Babies cry. He's fine. You needn't hold him as if he were so fragile.
Here, he wants his mother.
You can't take care of him all of the time.
I will care for him when he's older.
We had to go through thick and thin. I never thought I'd be so much I hadn't been. I'm so happy.
Oh!
You all right?
I think so.
And the baby?
Yes, he's fine. Are you all right?
Yes. You! Have you done this to our house?
Always thinking of yourself. Look at my garden.
What of your garden?
Look!
Destroyed!
Oh, what's happened?
I was thrown to the ground. I saw nothing.
What could do such a thing?
An earthquake.
No earthquake. My garden has been trampled. Those are footprints.
Well, who could do such a thing?
Anything that leaves a footprint that large is no who.
Do you think it was a bear?
A bear? Bears are sweet. Besides, you ever see a bear with 40-foot feet?
A dragon?
No scorch marks. Usually they're lame.
A manticore?
Imaginary.
Griffin?
Extinct.
Giant.
Possible. Very, very possible.
Giant.
Maybe we should tell someone.
Who are you gonna tell?
The royal family, of course.
I wouldn't count on that family to snuff out a rat. With a giant, we'll all have to go to battle. A giant's the worst. A giant has a brain. It's hard to outwit a giant. A giant's just like us, only bigger. Much, much bigger. So big that we are just an expendable bug beneath its foot. Boom! Crunch. Oh. Tasty snack.
We are moving.
And so the baker proceeded to the castle, but not before visiting Jack and his mother.
Oh, look, Milky White, it's the butcher.
The baker.
The baker.
What can we do for you, young man?
I'm here to investigate the destruction that was wrought upon our house today.
Jack has been home with me all day.
A giant? I could recognize a giant footprint anywhere. I could go to your house.
You will do no such thing.
No, any help at all, please.
I'm sorry, but you'll get none from us. No one cared when there was a giant in my backyard. I don't remember you volunteering to come to my aid.
A giant in your backyard is one thing. A crushed home is quite another.
Look, young man, a giant never strikes the same house twice. I wouldn't worry.
Well, I'm taking the news to the castle nonetheless.
And when the baker reached the castle, it was the princess that greeted his news. The story unfolds.
Princess, I'm here to report the appearance of a giant in the land.
Where did you see this giant?
Well, I didn't exactly see him.
And then how do we know that there is a giant in the land?
My house is destroyed. There are footprints.
That could have been caused by any number of things. Come, I will show you to the door.
Wait.
Not long ago, a nearby household was visited by a giant descending from a beanstalk.
Yes, I remember.
And that giant is dead. Now come along.
No, wait! Please! Princess, you don't understand. I have a small child. His safety, it's the utmost importance to me.
Are we entirely through now?
Yes.
I will give this news to the prince when he returns. Thank you.
I'm off to sell the harp, Jack.
Oh, Mother, no!
Listen to me, son. We don't want this thing around here with a giant on the loose.
Oh, Mother, I can help. I know how to kill a giant.
Please, we've had our fill of giants.
Mother, I could just go. I could go to his house.
Enough! I want you to promise me you will not leave your surroundings.
But, Mother, I'm a man now.
You're still a little boy in your mother's eyes. Now I want you to promise.
But, Mother...
Promise!
I promise.
What happened to your house?
Oh, we've had a baking accident.
A baking accident?
There's no use frightening the young thing.
You can't frighten her.
Well, I guess Granny will have to do without the bread and the sweets. Besides, I have all that I can carry.
Why such a load?
I'm moving in with Granny. I came upon our house like it had an accident, like a big wind blew it over. I couldn't find Mother anywhere.
Oh, no.
So I salvaged what I could, now I'm off.
Oh, good friends! What news have you? What of Mother's grief? What kind of trouble? Oh no, I can't investigate. A princess isn't allowed into the woods unescorted. Good idea! I will disguise myself to see what's wrong. Thank you, birds.
We'll take you to Granny's.
What?
Well, we can't let her go alone.
All right, I will take you to Granny's.
No, it's okay. I've been many times before.
But not when there's been such big winds blowing.
That's right. We'll all take you.
No!
I'm not going to stay here with the baby when a wind might return to this house, too.
I know Mother made me promise, but I'm gonna find that giant anyway.
Into the woods, it's always when you think at last you're through, and then into the woods you go again to take another journey.
Into the woods, the weather's clear. We've been before, we've not to fear. Into the woods, away from here.
Again.
Into the woods, to grandmother's house.
Into the woods, the path is straight, no reason then to hesitate.
Into the woods, it's not so late, it's just another journey.
Into the woods, but not too long. The skies are strange, the winds are strong. Into the woods to see what's wrong.
Into the woods to slay the giant.
Into the woods
to shield the child,
flee the winds.
To find a future,
to shield,
to slay,
fix,
to find,
to fix,
to hide,
to move,
to battle,
to see what the trouble is.
Rapunzel! What are you doing here? What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. You just locked me in a tower without company for all my life, and then blinded my prince and banished me to a desert where I had little to eat, and I get no company, and then boards win. Because of the way you treated me, I'll never be happy.
I was just trying to be a good mother.
Oh, no.
Rapunzel, stay with me. There's a giant running about.
Ah, there you are, good brother. What a surprise.
Brother, how good to see you.
What brings you into the wood today?
Investigating news of a giant.
You, investigating news of a giant. Father would not even do that. That is business for your steward, or less.
Well, what brings you into the wood then, brother?
My Rapunzel has run off. She's a changed woman. She has been subject to hysterical fits of crying, moods that no soul can predict. I know not what to do. And Cinderella.
Oh, she remains well.
Does she? Do tell me, brother, what are you really doing here?
I in a tower like yours was but higher, a beauteous sea. All round the tower, a thicket of briar, 100 feet deep. Agony, no frustration more keen. When the one thing you want is a thing that you not yet see.
I found a casket entirely of glass. No, it's unbreakable. Inside, don't ask it, a maiden, alas, just as unbreakable.
What unmistakable agony is the way always born.
She has skin white as snow.
Did you learn her name?
No, there's a dwarf standing guard.
Agony, such that princes must weep. Always enthralled most to anything, almost or something asleep. If it were not for the thicket,
A thicket's no trick, is it thick?
it's the thickest.
The quickest is pick it apart with a stick.
Yes, but even one prick, it's my thing about blood.
Well, it's sick.
It's no sicker than your thing with dwarfs. Dwarfs.
Dwarves are very upsetting.
Not forgetting the tasks unachievable, mountains unscalable, if it's conceivable, but unavailable. Agony, misery, not to know what you miss, while they lie there for years.
Cry on their beers.
What unbearable bliss! Agony that can cut like a knife. Ah, well, back to my wife.
Rapunzel, I must be off. Godspeed, brother.
Godspeed. And after hours of searching for Granny, our intrepid travelers lost not only their way, but their patience as well.
Certain that this is the right direction.
We went down the dell.
Well, perhaps you forgot the way.
The path is straight.
Was straight. Now there is no path.
Where's the lily pond? Where's the stream? Where's Granny?
Calm down. Maybe we should just go back.
No.
Well, then we'll just have to find Granny's house without the path.
Mother said never to stray from the path.
The path is straight from you.
Wait, over there, those 3 oak trees?
Yes, I recognize.
Oh, who might that be?
The steward in the royal family. What brings you into the woods?
The castle has been set upon by a giant.
I warned you. Why didn't you do anything?
I don't make the policy. I just carry it out.
And I warned you, you can't count on the royal family to solve your problems.
I think it best that we just go back to the village.
I wouldn't be in such a rush if I were you. Guess which path the giant took to the castle?
Oh, no.
What?
All that's left of my garden is the sack of beans.
No. But I heard a giant never strikes the same house twice.
You heard wrong.
that size.
Where is the lad who killed my husband?
There is no lad here.
We haven't seen him.
I want the lad who climbs the beanstalk.
We'll get him for you right away. Don't move.
It was you who knocked down my house, not a big wind. It's because of you I have no mother.
And who destroyed my house? That boy asked for shelter, then he stole our gold, our hen, and our heart. Then he killed my husband. I must have finished the wrongdoings.
We're not responsible for him. You're wasting your breath.
She's right. You can't reason with a dumb giant.
Not all giants are dumb. Give me the boy.
He told you he's not here.
The truth. I know he's there, and I'm going to wait right here until he's delivered to me.
The giant, nearsighted, remained convinced that she had found the lad. There was no consensus among them as to which course of action to take.
Lay a spell on her. I no longer have my powers. If I did, you think I'd be standing here with all of you? We have to give her someone. Who? The steward! It's in his line of duty to sacrifice his life.
Don't be ridiculous! I am not giving my life up for any of you.
Don't take it personally.
I'm waiting.
You must understand that these are people not familiar with making decisions. Their past experiences in the woods had in no way prepared them to deal with a force this great.
Excuse me. Would you like a blind girl instead? Put them out of their misery.
We're not that miserable.
What are you talking about?
She doesn't want a woman. Fine, then what do you suggest we do?
I'm still waiting.
Now, it's interesting to examine the moral issue at hand here. The finality of stories such as these dictates the... Sorry, I tell the story. I'm not part of it.
That's right.
Not one of us.
You're always on the outside.
But that's my role, you must understand. There must always be someone on the outside.
Well, you're going to be on the inside now.
No!
You're making a mistake. Nonsense. There must always be someone on the outside, an objective observer to pass the story along.
Well, some of us don't like the way you've been telling it.
If you drag me into this mess, you'll be lost. You never know how your stories end.
Wait, he's right. He's the only one who knows how the story ends.
Do you think it'll be fun when you tell it yourselves, huh? Think of your baby.
He's right. Please, just let him go. Put that away.
Now, that's better. You don't want to live in a world full of chaos, do you, huh? There must always be someone on the outside.
Here's the lad!
Ah!
I'm not the lad.
This is not the lad.
Wait! Don't drop! Why did you push him?
You wanted to get rid of him, too. Well, we might have thought of a different way. Well, if it were up to you, a decision never would have been made.
Well, now we'll never know how the story ends.
We'll manage.
Must I search among you for the lad?
No!
Jack is just a boy! We had no food to eat, and he sold his beloved cow in exchange for some magic beans. If anyone is to be punished, it is the man who made that exchange! That's right.
Nonsense.
He was your responsibility. Now I must punish him for his wrongs.
We suffered too. Do you think it was a picnic cleaning up after your husband's remains?
You are getting me angry.
What about our anger? What about our love? Who's been flouncing around our kingdom?
Be quiet.
I will hide my son, and you will never find him.
Don't anger the giant.
You will never, ever find him!
I warned you.
And if you don't go back this instant, we will get you for all that you've done without...
Where is your son?
poor condition.
Wake up! Don't let them get back!
We won't.
Promise me that you will not let him be hurt! As I stand at the store!
I'll do all I can.
Promise me!
All right, I promise. She's dead.
No, come away from there. You killed her.
I was thinking of the greater good. That's my job.
This is the world I meant. Couldn't you listen? Couldn't you stay content, safe behind walls, as I could not? No matter what you say, children won't listen. No matter what you do, children refuse to learn. Guide them along the way, still they won't listen. Children will only grow from something you love to something you lose.
When will things return to normal? We must be off. We're to arrive before nightfall.
Where are you going?
We can't take everyone.
You'll never get there. We have to stay here and work this out together.
Some people were put out to fight giants. I don't have the Constitution. As long as I can use no help, I'm going to hide. Everything will work itself out fine in the end.
Not always.
I hope the giant steps on all of them.
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
You were thinking the same thing.
This is terrible. We just saw 3 people die.
Since when have you been so squeamish? How many wolves have you carved up?
A wolf's not the same.
Ask the wolf's mother.
Stop it.
I suggest we find the lad and give the giant what she wants.
If we give her Jack, she'll kill him.
And if we don't, she'll kill half the kingdom.
One step at a time. Maybe if he apologizes, makes amends.
Yes, he'll return the stolen goods.
Yes, he's really a sweet boy at heart. She'll see that.
Wake up! You people are so blind. It's because of that boy there's a giant in our land. So while you sit here and talk about the problem, I'll find the lad and serve him to the giant for lunch.
Are we really gonna let her get Jack?
No.
We'll have to find him first.
I'll go with you.
No, you stay here with the baby. It's not safe.
We'll fan out. It'll increase our chances of finding him. Here, you stay here with the baby.
You would leave our child with her?
Yes, he's asleep. He'll be safe with the girl.
But what if the giant were to return here?
She won't hurt them, I know.
How do you know?
I know.
But what if?
What if? But what if? Will only a giant's foot stop your arguing?
Stay here with the baby. Please.
Do you two always argue like that?
No, not really.
Seems like you do.
There's nothing wrong with having an argument.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you stay.
Milky!
I don't want you going out in the woods.
I want to come too.
No, you'll be safer here.
Okay, hurry back.
Jack! I will. I'll only go 100 paces. If I don't find him by then, I'll come back. 1, 2.
Jack!
81, 82, 83, 84. Hello, sir.
Hello.
You must be here to slay the giant.
Yes.
Have you seen the giant yet?
No.
I have.
Have.
Yes.
And may I ask, what are you doing alone here in the woods?
Oh, I was with my husband. We were... Well, it's a long story.
And he would let you roam alone in the woods.
No, actually, it was my choice.
Your choice?
Yes.
How brave.
Brave?
Yes. Anything can happen in the woods. May I kiss you? Any moment we could be crushed. Don't feel rushed.
Oh, this is ridiculous. What am I doing here? I'm in the wrong story. Wait. Oh, we can't do this. You have a princess.
Why, yes, I do.
And I have a baker.
Oh, you're right, of course, of course. How foolish. Foolishness can happen in the woods. Once again, please. Let your hesitations be hushed. Any moment, big or small, is a moment after all. Seize the moment, skies may fall any moment.
Oh, but this is not right.
Right and wrong don't matter in the woods, only feelings. Let us meet the moment unblushed. Life is often so unpleasant, you must know that as a peasant, best to take the moment present as a present for the moment.
What's wrong, man? May I be of some service?
The tree has fallen. Mother's grave destroyed.
I'm sorry.
My wishes have just been crushed.
Well, you mustn't say that.
It's true, you wouldn't understand.
Well, you can't stay here. There's a giant on the loose.
I'm sure the prince will see to it that the giant is rid from our
There's
land.
been no sign of the prince. No doubt he's off seducing some young maiden somewhere.
What?
I understand that's what princes do.
Not all princes.
You look just like the princess, but dirty. You are the princess!
Please, get up, get up. I'm not a princess here.
What are you to do?
I must be on my way back to the
Wait.
castle.
You haven't heard? I ran into the royal family. The castle's been set upon by a giant.
And the prince?
There's been no sign of him. Look, you mustn't stay here. You must come with us. You'll be safe in our company.
I must leave you.
Oh. Why?
The giant?
Oh, the giant. I'd almost forgotten. Will we find each other in the woods again?
This was just a moment in the woods, our moment shimmering and lovely and sad. Leave the moment, just be glad for the moment that we had. Every moment is a moment when you're in the woods. Now I must be off to slay a giant, for
for that is what the next moment holds for me. I shall not forget you. How brave you are to be alone in the woods. And how alive you've made me feel.
What was that? Was that me? Was that him? Did a prince really kiss me? And kiss me? And kiss me? And did I kiss him back? Was it wrong? Am I mad? Is that all? Does he miss me? Was he suddenly getting bored with me? Wake up, stop dreaming, stop prancing about the woods. It's not beseeming, what is it about the woods? Back to life, back to sense, back to child, back to husband, no one lives in the woods. There were vows, there were ties, there were needs, there were standards, there are shouldn'ts and shoulds. Why not both instead? There's the answer if you're clever. Have a child for warmth and a baker for bread and a prince for whatever. Never! It's these woods. Face the facts, find the boy, join the group, stop the giant, just get out of these woods. Was that him? Yes, it was. Was that me? No, it wasn't. Just a trick of the woods. Just a moment. One peculiar passing moment. Must it all be either less or more, either plain or grand? Is it always or is it never? And that's what woods are for those moments in the woods. Oh, if life were made of moments, even now and then a bad one. But if life were only moments, then you never know you had one. First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment who can live in the woods. And to get what you wish, only just for a moment, these are dangerous woods. Let the moment go. Don't forget it for a moment, though. Just remembering you've had an and when you're back to or makes the or mean more than it did before. Now I understand, and it's time to leave the woods.
She should be back by now.
She said she'd only go 100 paces.
I'm sure she'll return.
No. I will go look for her. In which direction did she go?
Ow! 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 Stop it! Look who I found! Ow! Please don't let her give it to the giant! Ow! Stop it! You're hurting me!
Let go of him!
Leave him alone. Fine.
Where did you find this? Jack, where's my wife?
She's dead.
What?
I'm sorry, sir. I found her under a tree.
He was sobbing over her like she was his own mother.
How awful.
How could this happen?
I buried her.
I should have never left her alone.
Remorse will get you nowhere.
My wife is dead.
Wake up! People are dying all around you. You're not the only one to suffer a loss. When you're dead, you're dead. Now, it's time to get this boy to the giant before we're all so much as dead meat.
Keep away from him.
It's no time to be soft-hearted. He's going to the giant and I'm taking him.
No. Yes, he's the one to blame. It's because of you. There's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead.
But it isn't my fault I was given those beans. You persuaded me to try to win my cow 4 beans, and without those beans, there have been no stock to get up to the giant in the first place.
Wait a minute, Magic. Beans for a cow so old that you had to tell a lie to sell it, which you told. Were they worthless beans? Were they oversold? Oh, and tell us who persuaded you to steal that gold.
So it's your fault.
No.
So it's your fault.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's true.
Wait a minute, though. I only stole the gold to get my cow back from you.
So it's your fault.
Yes.
No, it isn't. I kept those beans, but our house was cursed. She made us get the cow to get the curse reversed.
It's his father's fault that the curse got placed and the place got cursed in the first place.
Oh, then it's his fault.
So,
It was his fault.
No.
Yes, it is. It's his.
I guess.
Wait a minute, though. I chopped down the beanstalk right. That's clear, but without any beanstalk, then what's queer is how did the second giant get down here in the first place? Second place?
Yes, how?
Well, who had the other bean?
The other bean?
The other bean?
You pocketed the other bean.
I didn't. Yes, I did.
So it's your fault.
No, it isn't, because I gave it to my wife.
So it's her fault.
No, it isn't.
Then who is it?
Wait a minute. She exchanged that bean to obtain your shoe. So the one who knows what happened to the bean is you.
Meaning that, oh, bean, that's your wife. Oh, dear, well, I never knew, and so I threw it. Don't look here.
So it's your fault.
You
But,
see, it's her fault.
but-
And it isn't mine at all.
What? What?
well, if you hadn't gone back up again,
We were needy.
you agreed, did you need that hen?
But I got it from my mother.
So it's her fault then.
Yes, and what about the harp in the third place?
The harp, yes.
She went and dared me to.
I dared you to.
You dared me to. You said that I was scared to. You dared me.
No,
So it's your fault.
Wait a minute.
If you hadn't dared him to,
And you had left the harp alone, we wouldn't be in trouble in the first place.
if
It was
she
your
hadn't
fault.
raised him in
Yes,
the
if
first
she
place.
had him raised him in
Why
the
did
first
she
place.
raise beans in the first place?
It's your fault.
You're responsible. You're the one to blame. It's your fault.
it's the last midnight. It's the last wish. It's the last midnight. Soon it will be boom, squish. Told a little lie, stole a little gold, broke a little vow. Did you? Had to get your prince, had to get your cow, had to get your wish. Doesn't matter how, anyway, it doesn't matter now. It's the last midnight. It's the boom splat. Nothing but a vast midnight. Everybody smashed flat. Nothing we can do, not exactly true. We can always give her the boy. No, no, of course, so it really matters is the blame. Someone you can blame. Fine if that's a thing you enjoy, placing the blame. If that's the aim, give me the blame. Just give me the boy. No. You're so nice. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not good, I'm not nice, I'm just right. I'm the witch, you're the world. I'm the hitch, I'm what no one believes, I'm the witch. You're all liars and thieves like his father, like his son will be too, oh why bother? You'll just do what you do, it's the last midnight, so goodbye all. I'm coming at you fast, midnight, soon you'll see the sky fall. Here you want a bean, have another bean. Beans were for making you rich.
No.
Plant them and they soar. Here you want some more. Listen to them roar, giants by the score. Oh well, you can blame another witch. It's the last midnight. It's the last verse coming at you night. I'm leaving you my last curse. I'm leaving you alone. You can tend the garden, it's yours, separate and alone. Everyone down on all fours, all right, Mother, when? Lost your beans again. Punish me the way you did then. Give me claws and a hutch, just away from this bunch and the gloom, and the doom, and the boom. Cry!
Maybe I shouldn't have stolen from that giant.
Maybe I shouldn't have strayed from the path.
Maybe I shouldn't have attended the ball.
Yes, maybe you shouldn't have.
Where are you going?
Away from here!
But you said we had to figure this out together.
It doesn't matter whether we're together or apart.
But we need your help.
You don't understand. It was my wife who helped. I relied on her for everything.
You would leave your child.
My child will be happier in the arms of a princess.
What?
But wait,
Wait, no! No, don't leave us!
Wait. All right. Come on. Jack.
I thought you were dead.
Not completely. But are we ever?
As far as I'm concerned, you are.
Is that true?
It's because of you all of this has happened.
I strayed into that garden to give your mother a gift. And I foolishly took some beans for myself. But how was I to know? How are we ever to know? When she died, I ran away from my guilt. And aren't you making the same mistake?
No!
Aren't you running away?
No more questions, please. No more tests. Comes the day you say, what for, please. No more.
We disappear, we die, but we don't.
What?
In turn I fear, forgive though they won't.
No more riddles. No more jests. No more curses you can't undo, left by fathers you never knew. No more quests. No more feelings. Time to shut the door. Just no more.
Do it, free from the ties that bind. No more despair or burdens to bear out there in the yonder. Running away, go to it. Where did you have in mind? Have to take care unless there's a where. You'll only be wandering blind. Just more questions, different kind. Where are we to go? Where are we ever to go? Running away, we'll do it. Why sit around resigned? The trouble is, son, the farther you run, the more you feel undefined. For what you have left undone,
take it, though we won't. Like father, like son.
No more giants waging war. Yet we just pursue our lives with our children and our wives till that happy day arrives. How do you ignore all the witches, all the curses? All the woes, all the lies, the false hopes, the goodbyes, the reverses. All the wondering what even worse is still in store. All the children. All the giants. No more.
I knew you wouldn't give up.
You see, he wouldn't just leave his child.
Looks like he was going to.
Give me my baby. He always cries when I hold him.
Now what are we to do?
We have to come up with a plan for the giant to return here.
How?
We all have to think, Jack.
If there was just some way that we could surprise her.
She's too tall to surprise.
Oh, good friends! I need your help more now than ever. What of the prince? I don't care. What is important is we need to find a way to fell the giant. How can you help? You could do that? How can I ever thank you?
You can talk to birds?
The birds will help.
How?
When the giant returns, they'll attack her and peck her eyes out till she's blind.
What good will that do?
Then you can surprise her. Strike her, or whatever you do to kill a giant.
Once she's blinded, she'll stagger about.
She'll get angry.
And she'll crush us all.
Smear the ground with pitch. We'll lure her to an area smeared with pitch. Her shoes will get stuck, and she won't be able to move.
Yeah, and then I can strike her from behind.
Strike her how and lure her where?
Yeah, where?
There. A tower.
What tower?
That tower, an old tower in between those two trees.
Yeah, we'll send her there.
All right. All right, but we have to act quick. It's getting dark soon.
Here.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Come on, Jack.
Oh, no, now, little one. I know you want your mother.
Hello.
The giants went in that direction.
My darling, I did not recognize you. What are you doing in those old clothes and with the child? You must get back to the castle at once. There's a giant on the loose.
The giant has already been to the castle.
No, are you okay? My love, why are you being so cold?
Maybe because I'm not your only love. Am I?
I love you, I do. But yes, it's true.
Why? If you loved me, would you have strayed?
I thought that if you were mine, I would never want for anything else. And there is a part of me that is content and as happy as I've ever been. And yet, there remains this part of me that continuously needs more.
I have on occasion wanted more, but I never went in search of it. If this is how you behave as a prince, what kind of king will you be?
I was raised to be charming, not sincere. And I wasn't asked to be born a king. I'm not perfect, I'm merely human.
I think you should go.
Leave. But I do love you.
Consider me lost, a victim of the giant.
Is that what you wish?
My father's house was a nightmare. Your house was a dream. Now I want something in between. Please go.
I shall always love the maiden who ran away.
And I, the faraway prince.
They're almost finished. You see between those two trees? That's where we're supposed to send her.
Good.
I wanted to climb that tower too.
I'm glad you're here to help me. What's wrong?
My granny's gone.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
My mother and my granny would be very upset with me.
Why?
Because they always told me to show kindness, and here I am about to kill somebody.
Not a somebody, a giant that has been doing harm.
But isn't a giant a person? Want me to show them forgiveness? My mother would be very upset with these circumstances.
Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone.
I wish.
I know.
Wait until Mother hears that I have slayed the giant.
Jack. Your mother. She's dead.
Dead? Dead? Was she killed by the giant?
She was arguing with the giant trying to protect you, and she was struck a deadly blow by the prince's steward.
No, why would he do that?
He was afraid she was provoking the giant.
Well, can no one bring her back?
No one.
The steward shouldn't have done that. Once we slay the giant, I will slay him.
You will do nothing of the kind.
But he shouldn't have killed my mother, right?
I guess not.
Then he must die.
Well, no.
Why?
Because that would be wrong.
Wrong? What he did was wrong. He should be punished.
He will be somehow.
How?
I don't know. Stop asking me questions I can't answer.
I'm gonna kill him.
Then kill him. No. Don't kill him.
Mother isn't here now.
Wrong things, right things.
Who knows what she'd say?
Who can say what's true?
Nothing's quite so clear now.
Do things, right things.
Feel you've lost your way.
You decide,
but you are not alone. Believe me, no one is alone.
No one is alone, believe me.
Truly, you move just a finger. Say the slightest word. Something's bound to linger. Be heard.
No one acts alone. Careful, no one is alone.
People make mistakes.
Fathers,
Mothers, people make mistakes. Holding to their own. Thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes.
Fight for their mistakes.
Everybody makes
one another's terrible mistakes.
Witches can be right. Giants can be good. You decide what's right. You decide what's good. Just remember. Someone is on your side. Our side, someone else is not. While we're singing our side, maybe we forgot. They are not alone. No one is alone. Hard to see the light now.
Just don't let it go.
Things will come out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is alone.
Here she comes.
Remember, don't let her know our plan.
Where is the boy?
We don't know where he is.
Yes, we do! We can't go hiding him any longer. He must pay a price for his wrongs.
Quickly, then tell me where he is.
See the tower between those two trees? That's where he is.
Right next to this cluster of birds. That's where Jack is, hiding.
Thank you. Now justice will be served and I will leave your kingdom.
Good birds!
What is this?
Oh, she looks angry.
Ouch!
Oh, the club is stuck in her head.
But they've done it. She's swaying.
She's bleeding all over.
She's beginning to fall.
She's falling this way.
The slotted spoon can catch the potato.
Every knot was once a straight rope.
The harder to wait, the better to have.
The greater the good, the harder the blood.
We're going to hide. Know how to get there. How to get back.
And eat first.
The knife's gonna sharp today, maybe dull by tomorrow.
Now we can all return home. And let us hope there will be no more killing.
Where am I to go to? I have no one to take care of me.
You'll have to take care of yourself now, Jack. It's time.
No, it's not. I'll take care of him.
You will?
Yes. I'll be your mother now.
I don't want another mother. I want a friend. And a pet.
Well, since we have nowhere to go, we'll move in with you.
Oh, no.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
No, my house is in shambles, and there's hardly any room for... Of course you can come and live with us.
Yay! Oh, and you! You shall join us too.
You'll not return to the castle?
I'll gladly help you at your house. There are times I actually enjoy cleaning. How proud your wife would have been of you.
And how sad it is my son will never know her. Maybe I just wasn't meant to have children.
Don't say that. Of course you were meant to have children.
But how can I be a father without no one to mother my child?
Just calm the child.
Yes, calm the child.
Look, tell him the story of how it all happened. Be father and mother. You'll know what to do.
Alone.
Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Do not let it grieve you. No one leaves for God. You are not alone. No one is alone. Hold him to the light now. Let him see the goal. Things will be all right now. Tell him what you know.
Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, there lived
Careful the things you
a
say.
young maiden,
Children will listen.
sad young lad,
Careful the things you do.
and a childless baker
Children will see.
with his wife.
And learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn and learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true. Not free. Careful the spell you cast, not just on children. Sometimes the spell may last past what you can see and turn against you. Careful the tale you tell, that is the spell. Children will listen. Those secrets that you make, the path you control.
you learn. There will help when you return. The light is getting dimmer.
I think I see a glimmer.